Hello, now this video I'm making right now is specifically for the attention of one person, a YouTuber by the name of King Richez. I will leave a link in the description so you can see exactly which video I am referring to for those of you who are interested in what I'm talking about. But like I said, this is aimed specifically for his attention, and I'm responding to his video that I'm watching at the moment. Now, excuse the poor lighting because I am on a long distance journey at the moment, and it's night time. I've pulled over in a service station because I felt compelled to respond to your video. Even though I left a comment, but I think it'd be better in speaking to you. Now, the video I'm referring to, which will be in the description link, is hypergamy only applies to black men. 90% of what you're saying I agree with, and it is true. 90% of what you're saying. But I want to talk about the 10% that I think that either you haven't considered, or you may be overlooking, or it's just something that has never occurred to you, or you know. Now, before I get to that 10%, let's talk about my qualifications on this subject. Now, as you could see, I'm a lot older than you. I think you're in your mid to late 20s or something like that. And I'm 55 years old. Now, without sounding big-headed or anything conceited, I am a bit unusual for a 55-year-old. I'm fitter than the average man. I work as a entertainer. I'm a pro dancer, as well as a man that entertains ladies on ladies' nights. Just Google Sir Dance a Lot UK entertainer, and you'll get an idea of. Or you just look at my channel, Ron S Talent Club. But in particular, Google Sir Dance a Lot UK entertainer, and you get an idea of what I'm about. So I'm just giving you a background and of some of my qualifications to talk on this particular subject. Okay, so we're going to talk about the 10% that I think you've overlooked. So to summarize what you've said, you said basically hypergamy tends to affect black men more than everyone else, which I would agree with. You also more or less said that when it comes to white men, you notice that they get away with making less effort with themselves in regards to getting a girlfriend, especially a good-looking girlfriend. In your words, a bad bitch. Okay. Now, this is something I have observed in my years of living, especially when it comes to the bad bitch, as you put it in your words, or what I would call, my generation would call it, the stunners. One thing about the stunning women, the very good looking women, one thing they do hate being upstaged. They really don't like it. They like to be center of attention, and they want the world to revolve around them. Now, obviously, this does not apply to all of them. Of course not. That would be a very ignorant thing to say. But there's a lot of truth in what I'm saying. They don't mind being upstage as long as it complements them. Say, for example, if they were seen next to a famous football player, and the media then was, well, look at I don't know, who's the latest? I don't know. Let me think. Ronaldo. Let's use Ronaldo for argument's sake. I'm not too up to date with the names of the footballers. Let's say, oh, look at Ronaldo's latest girlfriend, so forth. So she wouldn't mind being upstaged in that sense because she's part of the limelight. Okay. Let me see. I do apologize for the poor lighting. It's really bad lighting in this thing, but you know, what can I say? What can I do? This bloody phone. Anyway. Okay. So let's focus on a guy like yourself. For anyone who's going to watch your video, in your words, no homo. I'm no homo. I'm straight. But to me, you appear as a good-looking guy. You're in good shape. You have got big personality, and you seem to be fun to be with. That's the impression you give me. So, in the eyes of especially a good-looking woman, this is the 10% that I want to touch on. In the eyes of a good-looking woman, she would have to put in a whole lot more effort to keep you interested. Because from her point of view, a guy like you has choices. He could go down the road and get a phone number, no problem. And to a lot of women, when they look at a guy like you, they would see you as a potential threat, even though they like what they see in. But you would be a potential threat because they wouldn't trust you to go to the corner shop. And so they would see you as headaches. Whereas a guy who's a bit more humble, in your words, who's not as stylish, all the descriptions that you gave, well, of course, these guys are going to be less of a threat. From her point of view and from their point of view, they've won the lottery. Their boat is coming, so she has more control. So when she says jump, they ask how high. Whereas if they were to say to you, a guy like you, jump, you'd say, what the fuck? I ain't fucking jumping. I don't need to jump. You know? So do you see what I'm saying? Now, as I'm a lot older than you, something I have to point out, which is kind of obvious, but when you're young, you kind of don't see it. Okay, listen, I admire beauty just as much as the next man. But looks only has a certain value. It really does. I mean, yes, when you're under 30, I suppose you know, maybe you got the wrong attitude. You want to impress other guys and get their validation. But that's bullshit at the end of the day, because looks fades. It does. Okay. Even though I am 55 and I'm in fucking good shape for my age, and I've got ability that exceeds the average man's capability, it's still. I'm not saying I'm good looking. No, I'm not. Forget the face, but I'll talk about my physique. My physique. If you see my videos, you see what I mean. I'm in very good shape. But despite all of that, it's not going to last. Even though my fitness has lasted way longer than a lot of guys, it's still not going to last. So this is perishable goods. So yes, it's good for the ego to have a good-looking woman. Yes, it's good for the ego, but ask yourself, compared to the average lady down the road, what is the good-looking woman giving you more than what you're getting from someone else? Is her cooking better? Is she more supportive if things go wrong? Is she better in bed? Rumor has it, the better-looking a woman, the more shit she is in bed, because she's not used to making effort in her life. She's used to everything coming to her equals a lazy lover. You got to do all the work. And this is not just my experience. This is an experience. If you speak to a lot of guys say this, and this is the rumor amongst a lot of men. Hot face, shit in bed. You know, obviously that does not apply to all. It does not apply to all. Sadly, if you want a real dirty bitch, I'm using your words, someone who's really wild and adventurous, who's up for some serious filth, you're going to have to, I hate to say it because it sounds so bad. You may have to punch, I'm trying to be very polite here. You may have to be not as fussy as you normally would be. That's the best, most polite way I can put it without incriminating myself. But I think, you know, we're both grown men. I think you know what I'm saying here. So, okay, yes, the looks is good, but it has a very small value unless you're only interested in impressing other guys. But eventually you'll come to an age where you really couldn't give a flying fuck. Because at the end of the day, who you're with and what they're like and what your time is like with them will really matter more so than how they look. I mean, yes, yeah, I mean, of course, you don't, I mean, you're thinking you got to have some standards. Of course, I understand and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if a good-looking woman is a cunt, she's an unpleasant cunt. A cunt is a cunt. And and she's gonna make your life hell. All her looks is still gonna, you're still gonna be miserable as fuck. You see what I'm saying? So coming back to the 10%, like I was saying before, I think you're overlooking the fact that guys like yourself, from a woman's point of view, will be harder work and more hassle. Okay, I mean, there's other reasons, of course. I mean, you just may not be her type, their type as such. You know, I'm not everyone's type, fucking far from it. But, you know, I do have a lot of personality, and a lot of women do see me as a threat. I've had women say to me, women who's in fucking good shape, good looking women, they say, I wouldn't date a guy like you because your body is way better than mine's, and no, it's too much of a threat. They've said that to me, and I'm not even a look at me. I'm not the best looking guy out there, and they were threatened with me. They found me a threat. So let alone a young, better looking guy like yourself. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, but like I said, this video is specifically my reaction to you, and it's for your attention only. Everyone else could enjoy watching it, but it's for your attention. I'm going to leave a link in your video alerting you to this video now. Okay, thank you very much. And once again, sorry for the poor lighting. That's the best I had to put a spotlight from my other phone onto my face. Otherwise, you would have just seen pure teeth. Okay, right here we're going to switch my phone off and upload this video to YouTube. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, bye.